on a bicycle built for two. Daisy, Daisy.
When I first started out clowning, I was a white-face clown. And it took a long time to put white-face clown on because you had to do your whole face in white, every single inch of it, and make it evenly spread so it was smooth, had the same consistency everywhere on your face in all the cracks. And as I get older, there's more of those. Now I go to the other hand. See if I can use some of that.
There is a flower within my heart.
And then when I have excess, I take a Q-tip and just clean it all up so they look the same.
Planted one day by a glancing dart, planted by Daisy Bell.
My name is Melody Newcombe. I'm a performer and entertainer for children and families and adults of any age, or children of any age. That's what I should say. So the history of my clowning, I think I was Daisy the Clown. My name evolved to be Whoopsie Daisy because I did some magic tricks and I didn't do them right, and my name was Daisy. They went, Whoopsie Daisy, and I went, that was my name. It became Whoopsie Daisy the Clown. That's how it got stuck on me.
Well, a lot of people are scared of clowns and clown-like entities. You know, they're freaky. And as a social psychologist, and this is something that I wrote about in Psychology Today, I became interested in, you know, what is it about clowns compared to all kinds of other professions or individuals or costumes that people get a little creeped out by. And it occurred to me that the basic feature of a clown that's scary is what we would call de-individuation. So de-individuation is a state where someone's identity is in some way or another is removed. You know, when someone is in a de-individuated state, it changes who they are. Changes who they are in terms of how they're perceived by other people. So clowns, if you think about all the professions in this country, dentist, doctor,
Dr. Butcher, MD, medical deviant.
Hi, I'm Glenn. I'm a professor. How can I help you, right? But a clown has an immediately de-individuated state. You can't quite tell who they are. When you get yourself into a de-individuated state, we know, based on good social psychological research, that you're much more likely to do bad things.
I was doing volunteer work with my daughter. She was Cotton Candy the Clown. I was Daisy the Clown, and we would go to the nursing homes and various hospitals and Golden Hill and so forth. They had fun. We sang songs from the olden days, like Bicycle Bill for Two. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you, etc. And they would hang on to her hand. They'd be like, you know, because their grandkids probably never came to see them at all.
But just being in that de-individuated state, you're going to get a lot of really bad social behavior. So we know that. So when we see people that are in a de-individuated state, based on the long history of what that's meant in what it means to be human, these are people that are capable of really bad antisocial behavior. So I think we are immediately on guard. And clowns, if you think about, I can't think of a single other profession in this country, except for maybe an executioner, where being masked is so that people can't recognize who you are as a primary part of the job. So I think that, to some extent, is largely what's going on.
Okay, when you buy a wig at a convention or clown store or online, what you get and you take out of the box or bag is not what you actually wear. You actually go to a wig stylist, a clown wig stylist, and have it styled for you. They trim it, they cut it, they layer it, they do whatever, frizz it up, you know, so I comb through it with a big comb to make it look nice, and I can fine tune it a little bit better once I get it on. I had cancer in '91. And again in '92. After having complications in the middle. And then being told after I died and I came back. My husband said, "You're going to be dead soon, so, you know, I can't take this. Just take Isadora and go." And so I did.
Clowns make a living from being the good clown, the circus clown, or the performance clown, or the party clown, or the holiday clown, or the children's clown. That's a good thing. Hospitals have them for kids who are either terminally sick or kids who are sick. And clowns will go in and they will make balloons and so forth and so on, and people are very happy about that, and that's a good thing.
I'm picking my nose, excuse me. I think I'll take that one. I've been through cancer twice over, a couple of years, and it just gave me something fun to do, with my daughter. I figured I didn't know how long I'd live, 1, 3, 5, 7 years maybe. They were all saying doctors are predicting. And I'm going, well, I'd rather talk about this with her and do stuff like this with her rather than, I got to go for chemo. I just wanted to be upbeat and happy. And it worked. Because here it is, 2016, I'm still here. And then I went to classes and learned a little bit of face painting, learned a little bit of balloon twisting, beginning balloon twisting. And when you do, you pop a lot of balloons when you first get going. And learned magic, which never interested me. As a kid, when the magician came to this elementary school, I would go, oh, I just knew it was a trick. I don't know how they do it, but oh well, who cares, So it didn't move me. But when the clowns did clown magic.
A magic trick. I have 2 straws, just 2 plain old straws. Right? And put them in between my hands like that. And I'm going to reach over with the opposite hand with the middle finger, and I'm going to grab the other straw and then just separate them. You try it. Let's film you try it.
Oh.
You're blushing.
Okay.
So the 2 of us went to do this birthday party in Poughkeepsie and had a blast. And it was fun. The kids were like following us around. We didn't have magic. We didn't have face painting. We didn't have balloons. All we had was the 2 of us doing stuff together. It was just silly, goofy stuff, and the worries of the day disappear. The parents were involved. Nobody thought about the bills they had to pay and their car that broke down and the house payment that's due, blah, 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 blah. And then I got paid, and then she got a $10 bill as a tip, and she was like, now she's 6 years old, right? 5 or 6. Wow, $10. She's like amazed. And I said, maybe I can make a career out of this,
So I first became aware of this phenomenon through my kids. So I have a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old. And a couple weeks ago, they came home and apprised me of the clown situation, which of course sounded quite ridiculous, and it was hard for me to take seriously. And what they described to me was that there were clowns all over the country coming out of the woods, scaring kids, luring kids into the woods, maybe doing bad things. It was unclear if anything bad had happened. And of course I said, well, what's your news source? And my daughter said, BuzzFeed.
These clowns that we're seeing that they're called scary clowns, we don't know. What is scary about them? Their looks, or they're doing scary things? There are several police reports now that the media has gotten a hold of this story, and where they would be saying, incident happened today, man wearing clown suit or man wearing a clown outfit. And maybe there were clowns all around us. They didn't do this. And one report will then lead to another report. So cases reported and actual cases in law enforcement statistics, that's a different story. You might not have increased cases of people in scary clown, but you might have increased reports of people as scary clown. Important distinction to be made.
I don't think they're doing it to hurt a profession because they don't even know about a profession. Their experience, maybe they were scared by somebody who was a clown, or they felt scared. Maybe the clown did not scare them, but they felt scared by it.
Breakfast! I'm hungry!
Those scary clowns have done enough to debunk and disappear a whole profession of people who have devoted years and years to training and equipment and purchasing supplies and honing their skills and making people happy. And they've kind of taken away something that children love and people enjoy, and that's a sad thing, you know. Shame on you guys, or girls.
When I was a kid, just to follow up on that, when I was a kid, man, when you went trick-or-treating, and I feel guilty to this day about this, but if you got an apple, it was always like a nice old woman who gave you the apple, and she gave you the apple because she knew the apple was better for you than everything else in your bag.
Halloween was invented by the candy makers. Shame on you. Sugar, it's in our diet. It keeps us running on adrenaline, and it keeps us like hepped up. So we need to kind of get back to basics. Eat wholesome food from the land and get back to the earth.
And the second she closed the doors, me and my friends would chuck the apple as far every time. There had to be a razor blade in it. That lady was trying to kill us, right? And I'm like, I look back now, I'm like, we were idiots, man. You know, that's the dumbest thing. And I feel like I agree. It's, you know, kids that are freaking out about the clowns are similarly, you know, freaking out about something that's probably not really there.
Fear clowning or scary clowning, I think that comes from like movies, and it was young people. I don't think they were older people. Whether they are now, I don't know.
It's the concept of the other that I saw from Clowns of Outer Space. I think for me what was most interesting about that was this concept of our society not giving up on the idea that those who are not us, be it another country or be it from another planet, that either one, they're scary, two, they don't look like us, three, they involve some sort of difficulty looking at them aesthetically and otherwise. Freaks, weird, whatever it may be.
So, like, you're happy clown? So you have a lot of fun making faces. When I was a little girl, I had 3 mirrors, and I used to make faces for hours in the mirror. My father said, "Don't do that, your face will stay like that." So little did I know I was rehearsing for my career as a kid. So a clown reacts overly to anything that happens. So they're like scared when they're scared. They're scared big time, you know, like, you know, I'm gonna climb over somebody's chair to get away from whatever's scaring them. If they're happy, they're like.
Once you've had cancer twice and you flatline and came back, it's important to keep a positive outlook every minute of every day. You know, there's vibes that you get in life, you know, to enjoy the energy that comes from all the plants and the animals and people, and just keep those vibrations moving along, you know, whether it's making silly balloon animals and doing cartoons on the balloons, or face painting a child so that you tell them to close their eyes while you put the finishing touches on, and you hold up a mirror, and they don't know that you have a mirror because their eyes are closed, and you say, "Okay, open," and you've just done a whole face, and they look like a lion or a tiger or a ghoul or a monster or a beautiful princess, and they open their eyes and they see this and they go, "Wow." And if I can bring that, I've done my job as a performer or an entertainer, and I do that. I like to do that.
On a bicycle built for two, Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. There is a flower within my heart. Daisy, Daisy.
And how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, good. And what have you been doing lately?
Oh, just sort of sitting on the shelf and rolling around a little.
Oh, yeah, you roll around a little?
Yeah, sometimes. But my friends tell me that I'm square.
Okay, enough of that. Nothing I've ever done before. It just happened at first.